Hi participants, today I will take you through on Module 1-4 on features and contents of National Textbooks and Teachers Manual for Mathematics, which is under Unit 1, Introduction of National Textbooks and Teachers Manual. Module 1-4, Objectives. By the end of this module, the participants will be able to 1. Understand the composition of the new national textbooks and the teacher's manual. 2. Identify the characteristics of new SBC lessons in video lessons. Now, participants, what are the difficulties you face during teaching mathematics? What do you think it's difficult? Freely express your ideas. Now let us look at the composition of the national textbook. The following composition of the new national textbook comprises of Secretary's message, Ambassador's message, Friends to learn together with and symbols, contents covered in the previous grade, heading colors of terms, table of contents, and the main contents. In the following section of the textbooks, you find friends in the textbook and symbols in the textbooks as well. There are following friends that you will learn with in the national textbook, as well as symbols in the textbooks to guide you of important ideas or terms, important definitions, what you will do in the next activity. When you lost your way, how do you refer to the page? Information such as practice by yourself, symbols such as new knowledge to apply are all found in the following national textbook. The new national textbook also have components of or sections of contents that is covered in the previous grade. What you have learned in elementary or what you have learned in primary school. The following textbook contains contents covered in the previous grade. It contains the colors, heading colors of each term. The heading colors changes in each term with chapters, sub-chapters, tasks, and activities. See the following samples shown on the PowerPoint. And followed by the table of contents. In the table of contents, there are arrows shown to show linkage of teaching one topic to the next topic in the table of content. The table of content designed in a way that arrow is shown to indicate the teaching of each topic. In the main contents, the following contents are shown in the new national textbooks. Chapter and title as indicated, sub-chapter and title, task, activity, activity for solving problem, and students' idea for problem solving by using prior knowledge with high order thinking. These are the following sections or contents that you find under the main contents of the new national textbook. Another information that you will find in the national textbook is the column. In this section, it shows additional information to deepen the knowledge and understanding of students. In the new national textbook, you also find exercises, review activities, and problem activities. These are enrichment activities that can be given during or after the teaching of any topic or lessons in the textbook. Now, participants, what I have just shown you are the Features and the contents of national textbook. With this following information, I would like you to do the following exercise. Refer to grade 3 textbooks, pages 109 to 110, and do the following exercises 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, participants, let me take you through the composition of teacher's manual. The composition of teacher's manual. The following are the purpose of teacher's manual. Bullet point 1. Guides the teachers how to teach a lesson using the national textbook. Promotes and unpacks the standards and the benchmarks through lessons. Bullet point 3. Improve teachers' knowledge on the contents of mathematics and pedagogy. The layout design of mathematics teacher's manual. The mathematics teacher's manual is comprised of the following sections: Secretary's message, introduction of teacher's manual, table of contents, yearly overview, composition of textbook, contents covered in the previous grade, chapter introduction, teaching contents, evaluation test, and teaching materials. In the introduction of teacher's manual, the following information are given. How to use teacher's manual. Under this section, it gives all information that will help teacher in preparing the lesson. It also gives information on how to deliver a mathematics lesson. It explains how textbook and teacher manual complement each other. Explain what to consider while presenting the lesson, and explains what to do during the lesson preparation. Still under the introduction of teacher's manual, it also gives contents on how to use the board plan. In this section, it gives important viewpoints about board plan, and it also gives important viewpoints of usage of board plan in relation to the lessons. Now, the final information that is given under the introduction of teacher's manual is the assessment. Under assessment, it gives important view on how assessment task is responsible in promoting SBC, standard-based curriculum. It outlines the two main types of assessment used in the teacher's manual based on 4 viewpoints of evaluation, and it gives information about evaluation test that is at the end of each unit. The previous slides that have been given are all information that you find under the introduction of teacher's manual. Now, the next section of the teacher's manual gives you the yearly overview. Yearly overview is designed purposely for the systematic flow of the grade content. It is helpful in the preparation of the yearly program to effectively plan for teaching strategy. In the yearly overview, strand is outlined and identifies each unit, topics into different strand group. It gives the units as well, and the units are sequentially ordered. Each lesson is recognized either single or double, period. The next component of teacher's manual is the composition of the textbook. In this section, it shows heading colors of the textbook, titles and the numbers, and the usage of students' ideas. It also covers the contents covered in the previous grade. In the composition of the teacher's manual, you find also the chapter introduction. In the chapter introduction, it shows unit objective related to the standards in the syllabus. It shows brief explanation of teaching contents to be taught in each subunit, and also it shows the relationship of the contents amongst the previous, current, and coming grades. The next section of the teacher's manual is the teaching content. Under the teaching contents, we have the following parts: 1. Title, 2. Subunit objective, 3. Lesson objectives, 4. Prior knowledge, 5. Preparation, 6. Assessment, 7. Lesson flow, 8. teacher's note, 9. Blackboard plan, and 10. Textbook page of the lesson. Under the title, it describes the unit, subunit, lesson number, lesson duration, either double or single, and the textbook pages. The outline of the unit title is driven from the syllabus. Subunit objectives. It shows the objective of the subunit. It is only indicated at the beginning of the subunit. In the subunit objective, it explains details of objectives which should be focused in the subunit. Note that unit objective is indicated at the beginning of the unit. It explains details of objectives which should be focused in the unit. Lesson objectives. It shows objectives of the lesson. It is indicated in every lesson. Lesson objectives explain the details of evaluation which should be acquired by students at the end of the lesson. Prior knowledge. Prior knowledge explains the necessary knowledge and skills to learn this lesson. It is standard of readiness of students. In prior knowledge, teachers should know about this. In case the students are not ready to learn the new contents, it should be known by students either from previous grade or unit. If students are not ready to learn new concepts, teacher can identify and return back to teach. Preparation. Preparation indicates list of necessary teaching and learning materials to be used in the classroom. Following points to consider in the preparation. Teaching materials help teachers to make learning meaningful. It improves and deepens students' understanding. Preparation of teaching materials should be done before the lessons, including trialing. Teacher can improvise if materials are not available in the community. Assessment. Assessment is described in two types, formative and summative. Lesson flow. Lesson flow shows the sequence of teaching in a lesson and is numbered accordingly. Number in the square example is corresponded to task in the textbook. Number in the circle example is corresponding to activity in the textbook. T stands for teacher's part, S stands for student's part, TN stands for teacher's notes as supplementary information. Teacher's note refers to useful or supplementary information for the lesson. It also improves teacher's background content knowledge about the lesson. Blackboard plan. Blackboard plan shows the flow of a lesson. Teacher should write on the blackboard during the lesson by utilizing students' ideas task by task. Textbook page of the lesson. A copy of the textbook page is shown for the teachers to easily identify what is written in textbook with teacher's manual. Now participants, let's do the following exercise on teacher's manual. Exercise 1. Do you need to teach all the information written as red color in the textbook page of the lesson? Exercise 2. Which part of the board plan should be written in advance? Exercise 3. Which part of the teacher's manual do you need to study before the lesson? Hi participants, I hope you have completed your exercises on the teacher's manual, based on the teacher's manual. Now, we will observe a video. While you are observing, make note of the following questions. 1. How did the students link their prior knowledge to the current lesson in the introduction part of the lesson? 2. What did the teacher do to introduce the task for students? 3. How did the students solve the task? 4. How did the students share their opinion? 5. How did the teacher reinforce the main points of the lesson? 6. How did the students practice the skills learned in the lesson? And 7. How did the teacher summarize the lesson?
just by looking around in the class, can someone tell me who the tallest is? So we have two fingers, one going that way, one going that way. Very good. Okay, hands down. How can we be sure who is the tallest? Again, louder. They can size. Maybe they can stand together.
Yes.
All right. Okay, let's take out different examples. What we are looking at, who is the tallest in the class?
John.
John. All right. You all agree?
Yes.
Yes, thank you. Take a look at the first picture of the test. You can see a boy and a girl. What are they doing? Can somebody tell me? Yes? Okay, maybe let's go with her answer. She said they are sizing, right? But we can say that they are comparing. Comparing means you're trying to tell the difference between two things. Which one do you think is the largest? Is it A, the blue one, or B?
B.
Hands up. Okay, let's go.
B.
Okay, she says B. Very good. The answer is B. Okay, they're sizing and they compare by putting both of them what? Together, right? And then once they put them together, they can see which one is bigger, which one is smaller, right? Next picture, we have a square and we also have a rectangle. Can you see? All right. Square and
Now,
rectangle. Which one do you think is bigger or larger? Take a few minutes to answer.
B.
B. All right. I want you to explain to the class why you say B is the answer. Loud and clear voice. You counted the. Are they squares or are they what? All right. Good. He says he counted the rectangles. What about the rest of you? Did you do the same?
Yes.
Okay, let's confirm and count. All right. First one, A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many?
8.
Let's look at the next one. B. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, so which one is larger?
B.
Very good. A and B. Which one do you think is larger or bigger?
A.
Okay, who can tell me how they got the answer? Excellent. We counted the circles in the shapes to find out which one is bigger. Is that right? Good. In this one, we counted the circles. So what is the unit in this second exercise, or third exercise? What is the unit? The unit, what did you count? Circles. The circles are the units. Can I have someone to read it with a loud and clear voice? Yes, my friend.
Let's think about how to compare and express area.
Excellent. We are going to make rectangular and square flower beds. Do you know what flower beds are?
Yes.
I think we make our flower beds in our classrooms. Something like that, right? With how many blocks?
20.
20 blocks around the edges, meaning that this flower bed is going to be surrounded by how many blocks?
20.
20. All right, 20 blocks of the same size. You surround each one. Call the first one flower bed A, and the second one flower bed. Remember, we have how many blocks? 20 blocks surrounding each one. Let's check with this one first. First one. Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Which one do you think is bigger? Don't give me the answer. I'm going to give you 2 minutes to discuss with your friend. And you must, when you give your answer, you must have a reason why, right? Why you think A is big, why you think B is big. You have to discuss. And then we will get answers from all of them.
Are you used to triangles?
Who would like to give me the answer? Yes. Okay, A. I want you to tell us why you think A is larger. Is large in size? Is that what you say? I had someone say B. Yes, did you say B? Okay, why do you think B is the answer? B is longer than A. Good. We have two answers, A and B. So you must have your reason why you say A is the answer. Right? I'm going to give you two papers each. Alright? One is representing which one?
Square.
Square. And two is representing? Right. I'm going to give you one each, and I'm going to give you time to figure out and think of ways to compare, right? I'll explain later after I give you the paper. When you get the papers, you just try to brainstorm. Brainstorm means try to think about any idea that how you can compare this to find out which one is bigger. Okay? Just think one or two for your other friends. Yeah? Do the same. Square. Okay. Next one is one square, one rectangle. You have the square flower bed and you have the rectangular flower bed. Now, can you remember how we were comparing in the beginning, at the beginning of the lesson? Can you remember? All right. We said first we compared two squares, and then we said we compared another two sets of different shapes. Is that right? All right. Along those lines, I want you to think about how you can find out which one is larger. Right? You can draw, you can measure, you can do anything that you think will prove that to find out which one is larger. Okay? I'll give you 5 minutes to do that and we'll discuss. Those are your papers. Don't get scared to draw on it also. Right? You can draw on it to find out which one is bigger. Okay? You can draw, you can cut, you can rule lines, anything. As long as you must show us that to find which one is the biggest. Alright? Don't forget, in the beginning there were two ways in the comparing now. Right? So you can try those two ways also. Alright?
Can you say both of them squares? Squares is nice. Excellent. Yes.
That's kemudian keluarkan itu ini. Okay. Let's see if we still need more time. Should we stop now? Alright, we're going to stop now. So you have time to do some comparison. Many of you came up with different types of ways to compare both of them, different ideas. They are not wrong, they're all good ideas. So we're going to now have some students to give some ideas of how they found out which one is how we get our answer. What do you think the answer is, A or B? Okay, he thinks A is the answer. He's now going to explain to you why he thinks A is the answer, right? Pay attention, eyes up to the front. Okay, can you see what he did? He found out the two sides and then he compared both of them to see which one is bigger. So your answer is A or B? A is the answer. Okay, that's how he found out which one is larger. And you read the papers too. Read the papers. And you show the class. Alright? For him, we draw some circles to find out which one is bigger. So he says, what's your answer again? A. Alright, he says A is his answer because he drew circles. Alright? Now can you remember in the beginning we said that when we're drawing circles or rectangles, what are we drawing? Starts with letter U? Unit. So use the circle as a unit. Who else has a different way of doing it? Not same with our three friends, different one. Come up with different one. Alright. You? Okay. What he did is he saying that they measured the distance around the flower bed. And the longest distances, one of them was 6 and one of them was 5. So they think B is the answer. Alright, good. Now all your ideas are not wrong. First one is Bobby. This girl's name is Bobby. Alright? Now this is Bobby's idea. Can you see Bobby's idea? Who can tell me how Bobby did it? Whose idea is same with Bobby from our class, our friends who came up? Whose idea is the same as Bobby's idea? Almost. Longer almost. Thank you. Alright, let's give him a hand. Okay. What John did was that he put square and a rectangle together like this. Can you see? That's how it is drawn here. Put them together. And he drew lines like this one for the square and also for the rectangle. And then he turned it around and he compared the length, alright? And he saw that the one with the square was bigger, so he thinks that A was the answer. Now let's go to the next idea. This one's name is Kua. Alright? Kua's idea. Can someone tell me what Kua did? He measured. Okay. He measured same squares. Are they all the same? Yes. He drew same squares for B, and he also drew same squares for A. And then what did he do? He counted the squares, right? Okay, let's count and check. 1, 2,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 23, 24.
Ooh. So, which answer is correct? A or B?
A.
Now raise your hands if you use size and
Area is the amount of space surrounded by lines. This size represented by a number is called area.
So, right, good. The flower beds that we were given, A and B, and the space that is inside is known as the what? What is it called? Starts with letter A?
Area.
Area. Alright? Good. This size represented by a number. Now we have two ways. One, we use Ravi's idea. Can you remember? We only saw which one is bigger and which one is smaller. For QUIS idea, what did we find out? We found out the exact number of squares. Huh? So which one is a good way to find out which one is bigger or larger? Which is a good way to represent area? QUIS gives us a number. Gives us a number. Size represented by a number is called area. Good. Can you see those activities? We just finished completing them on the board, is that right? Same, huh? Okay, you go to page number 97. Page number 97. Page number 97. Can you see number 2? Task 2. Can you see? Task 2. At the bottom here.
Yes.
Now there are two sheets of colored paper, A and B. Which one is larger and by how many squares? So what are we going to draw? Right, I want you to use a pencil. You have been given marks there. Quickly draw squares and then you find out which one is larger and by how much. Okay, once you draw squares, you must count the numbers, find out how many squares, find out for each of them. Find out and write your answer for A and also for B. You found the answer?
Yes.
Okay. How many? 15 what? 15 squares. B? Okay, next question is by how much? By how much is B bigger than this one? By how much? What is the difference between two of them? A. For A, how many did you find? How many did you find? What was your answer? 15? 15 squares. Remember the unit here is the what? What is the unit in here? Square is the unit. So you found how many? 15. So there are 15 squares. Next one is down. Someone is looking at the 10. 16 squares. You are happy with the answer? Yes. Which one is the biggest? The largest? Which one is the larger area? B has the larger area. Loud and clear voice. One in black. One in black. Who would like to read it? Okay, just come here.
The area of a square with 1 centimeter side is folded 1 square centimeter.
One side is 1 centimeter. And if it's a square, that means all of them are how many centimeters? 1 centimeter. The area or the space inside is 1. How is it called?
1 square.
1 square centimeter. Alright, now let's compare this one here. 15 square centimeter. Excellent. B will have 16 square centimeter. Anything that we have learned in this lesson. Just one up. Square centimeters and centimeter square. Excellent. Area. Excellent. What else? Yes, I had someone saying it. Unit. Very good. Larger than. Let's all give ourselves a very big hand.
How was today's lesson? You like it? Good. Which part do you like it?
Learning so much about the area.
It's good. The textbook is okay.
Because?
Because everything is in there. The activity and students look at the pictures and they do the activity. Yes, it's very interesting for the children. Unlike the other we don't have textbooks. And students, they just sit there and then we put whatever on the blackboard and they just follow. But this one is everything is in there, so they work on their own charter.
Now participants, I hope you have enjoyed watching the video. Discuss the following questions. Fill out your observation results in the worksheet individually and share your observation results in your group. Now let's sum up what we have gone through on features and the contents of the National Textbook and the Teacher's Manual. Bullet point 1. All necessary information for students are in the textbooks. Bullet point 2. All necessary information for teachers are in the Teacher's Manual. Utilizing the National Textbooks and Teacher's Manual will improve lessons in the classroom. Now participants, that has bring us to the end of our presentation on Module 1-4. Thank you all and you have a good day.